Hi, welcome everybody. My name is Deepa Deshmukh. I am a registered dietitian and a diabetes educator. I'm so glad you joined me again today for our second cooking series. And today what I'm going to do, it's a very simple recipe using peppers and onions. And as you can see, these peppers are absolutely beautiful. They're easily available. And the important thing about these multicolor peppers is that they are full of antioxidants and they play a very important role in our immune system. And as you know, the immune system or building immunity is our #1 goal, especially for senior group. So today's recipe is super simple and literally involves chopping all the vegetables, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. But basically I have already sliced all different color peppers just to again reinforce that red and yellow and orange color fruits and vegetables are extremely important for the immune system and for our and health of our eye. Okay, green and white color vegetables are good for our heart, and all of them together help with a detox. Okay, so it's important that we include these different color vegetables and from different groups in our daily diet. So what I have here, a pepper obviously, which I'm going to show you how to slice. Now a lot of people throw away the seeds. I don't want you guys to throw away the seeds because seeds are like little fibers, you know, and it helps with cleansing our digestive system. So basically you are just going to slice these peppers, okay, and similarly we have a absolutely beautiful looking purple onion. Now purple color vegetables have their own advantage. Purple color fruits and vegetables are good for our brain. Okay, so that being said, it's important that we eat lot of onions and blueberries and purple cabbage. So once your pot is nice and hot, because we are going to stir fry these vegetables without any oil, because when you cook food with lot of oil and salt, then we are really getting the flavor of oil and salt. But instead we are going to try to stir fry these vegetables where the heat will extract the juice. They will become nice and sweet and caramelized, and then we are going to add a special vinaigrette that I'm going to make it on the side. Okay, so my pot is getting nice hot, warm. You don't want it warm, you want it really hot, because when you add these vegetables they should sizzle. Okay, so it's pretty much hot right now, and I am going to start adding these vegetables. They look so beautiful. By the way, peppers have their most nutrition intact, which means all the antioxidants when we eat them raw. Okay, so try to eat peppers raw, maybe with salsa or hummus, or just chop them and put them in a salad. Okay, so these peppers are going to just hang in there for a few minutes along with the onions, and as you can see, they have started making a sizzling noise, and that's what we want. Okay, now first minute or two you want to stir them continuously, okay, and want to make sure that they are not sticking to the pan. Okay, and you will be surprised as to how much flavor will come out of it just by cooking these without any oil or salt at this point. Okay, because caramelizing something, as you can see, hopefully you can see, it starts to brown a little bit. That's what caramelizing means. Now for some reason, if you don't want to stir fry them in the skillet, you can easily spread them on a baking sheet and roast them in the oven at 400 degrees for like 10 to 15 minutes or until they are golden brown. Like I was saying earlier, you don't want to overcook these vegetables, because then you are losing a lot of nutrients to heat and then it becomes mushy. You want your food to have little bit of crunch, little bit of softness, and just enough bite to it, okay? Especially in a stir fry or like a salad type of dish that we are making, okay? Now while these peppers are cooking here, I am just going to reduce the heat to low medium and going to start making my vinaigrette. So this is a very simple way of making a vinaigrette. Now a lot of people think that we can use vinaigrette only for salads, okay? But vinaigrette can be used to as a stir fry sauce, or it can be used as a dressing for even for a fruit salad, you know. So what I have today is a little bit of a balsamic vinegar, okay? And I'm going to use half a teaspoon of rosemary, half a teaspoon of basil, and depending on your tolerance for garlic and red pepper flakes, just add how much ever you want. I am adding 1/8 teaspoon of garlic and red pepper flakes, okay? So this is what I have here: red pepper flakes, garlic, rosemary, basil and rosemary. The trick about getting the most out of dry herbs is you crush them with your finger, okay? So that way I can already start smelling, okay? It helps release its flavor. So I'm just going to make sure that my peppers are not burning, and they are not, in fact they are getting perfectly caramelized, okay? And like I said, this is all without any oil, okay? Now we all know that we get quite a bit of oil in general from our daily diet. You know, we are not eating completely oil-free foods these days, right? But you want to make sure for your heart condition or to prevent or treat diabetes that our diet contains fat from natural sources like nuts and seeds and maybe avocado, little bit of coconut and sunflower seeds, those type of things, okay? And really I hope you guys really learn this technique from me, where you are stir frying things without any oil. There is enough moisture in these peppers to keep them from sticking to the pan, okay? So it's hanging in there, it all looks good, onions and peppers. So I'm back here, I'm going to take like a teaspoon of this balsamic vinegar. Now just in case you don't have balsamic vinegar and you may have any kind of vinaigrette or salad dressing which is more vinegar based. So this is a blueberry pomegranate vinaigrette. You can definitely use that to flavor this dish. I just want you guys to be creative with what you have, to use what you have in the pantry, okay? The idea here is that we are combining little bit of citrus with spice, some herbs, and then there are going to be two secret ingredients which are going to elevate this dish to the next level. So just hang in there with me and we will get to that point. So in this balsamic vinegar, I'm going to add the spice mix that we made and then just whisk it together, okay? You keep whisking. Now this salad dressing, you can make it ahead of time and keep it ready, okay? so that you don't have to mix it every time, because it will stay good in the refrigerator literally for few weeks or a month even. Okay. Now the vegetables are perfectly done. They are not overcooked. They have a nice bite. They still hold their shape, and they are nicely brown, golden brown and caramelized. And I'm telling you, with this flavor from the balsamic vinegar and peppers, the kitchen is already smelling phenomenally good. Okay. Now the trick here is, you want to use this vinaigrette while the vegetables are hot, because we want this vinaigrette to get sucked in, or we want to infuse the vegetables with this flavorful, absolutely amazing vinaigrette. So I'm just going to add it here. I have some extra that I had made earlier. I'm going to add that and literally cook it for few more seconds, and off we go. Now the last two ingredients, very interesting. So we got some sourness from the balsamic vinegar, the spiciness and the flavor from the herbs and spices. Now we are going to add some raisins and pumpkin seeds to add some more crunch and healthy fats and more nutrition from these two ingredients. So we have raisins to balance the sourness, and this is absolutely wonderful. Now this recipe is available on Mary Wilkinson Pantry's website as well as bnahealth.com. So make sure you go on these two websites and download the recipe. But as you can see, it was a very simple recipe with very few ingredients, and the raisins have already started absorbing the vinaigrette and the spices. They are going to be juicy and plump and full of flavor. This was a very easy salad. The pumpkin seeds are adding healthy fat, which we need to absorb the vitamin A and the other antioxidants from the peppers that we use today. I hope you guys will try this recipe using the ingredients that you have, because you can always substitute with any other vegetable. Now next week we are going to have another interesting episode, learning why to use cumin and how to use it. Okay, it's always all of us have it in our cupboards. We don't know what to do with it, and that's what we are going to do. Even though we use it smaller amount, the health benefits are tremendous, and that's what I want to share with you. I thank you again for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it, and send us your questions, your feedback, and I will see you next week.